In this video we will talk about Motif XS Rack, Yamaha Motif XS Rack. It is actually a rack of Yamaha Motif keyboard, XS keyboard. Yamaha Motif XS is workstation. What is the difference between this rack and workstation? This is actually synthesizer. It doesn't have sampler. Everything other is same. Even this one has more sounds. It is a beautiful rack. Why rack? Why not keyboard? If you are working in studio, it is always a good idea to have racks. Then you can put them nicely in front of you. You can control them with Cubase, and you can have fast access if you want to go and turn some knobs on actual rack. It sounds great. It sounds same like keyboard. I am fan of Yamaha synthesizers and Yamaha workstation. From all workstation, I like the most Yamaha workstations. I like that sound. It is a natural sound, beautiful sound, and it has some sounds that sounds the best on Yamaha keyboards to me, for my taste, and those sounds are acoustic guitar sounds, piano sounds. So those sounds are very important to me, and violin sound, especially cello sound. I like those sounds to use them, and all those natural sounds in Yamaha keyboards, they sound warm and naturally. So that's why I prefer Yamaha workstations to any another workstation. So I always follow Yamaha, what they do. I always have brand new workstation from Yamaha in my place. I explore that, and after a certain period of time, then I sell it or I return it back to the store. But this time, this Yamaha Motif XS is a long time here in my place because it deserves to be here. It has beautiful sound. Now you can see I opened Cubase, and there is a possibility to have Yamaha connected to Cubase through Cubase as an external VST instrument. You see here, I can see Yamaha sounds. There are sounds, there are piano sounds, keyboard sounds, organ, guitar, bass, strings, everything that is inside of Yamaha. I can see it here on screen, and I can control it on screen. It is 16 MIDI channels, and on all channels I can just click there. Look at that. If I click here, I have to wait a little bit. Just if I am using this as an external VST, then I am in second channel and I can choose instruments. Now in first channel I can choose instruments, and I can do a lot of beautiful setting here, and I can save it and I can use it with Yamaha software. Actually it is Steinberg Cubase, but Steinberg is now part of Yamaha team. So that's why if you are buying something from Yamaha, you will have a lot of goodies, good things that you can use together with Yamaha instrument and Steinberg, like templates, scripts, additional softwares like this one. So that's now we can just go through those sounds and we can listen to them. Now if I go to another sound, so let me open it again. Now to another sound. There are similar piano sounds. If I go to this, so I can go through all those sounds just, or piano and strings. If I want to go through other sounds, I can just click to sound. Now I have a lot of organ sounds. It sounds great. A lot of sounds that I can find here. They are natural, and they really have that sound that only Yamaha has, that kind of sound. Warm, natural, truthful sound. Especially guitars, I like those. One of my good friends, he has the best acoustic guitars that he paid a lot of money, a lot of known guitars. And when he came to my place and he was listening to Yamaha, we were recording something acoustic guitar. He's here in Mississauga. He told me that he never heard acoustic guitar sound that is so truthful like on Yamaha keyboards. It sounds great. And he has really good guitars and famous guitars. He's flamenco guitar player. He used to play even with Liberace, and maybe some of you will guess who is that guy. He's from our country, from former Yugoslavia, actually from Serbia. He's a really good guitar player. I don't want to mention his name, but many of you who are listening to this video and live in Mississauga, you will know who is that guitar player. He was very often playing and representing Mississauga in other countries. Okay, now those are clean. Especially those electric guitars, they sound amazing. Those are acoustic guitars. I can go just jump to some my favorite electric guitars. Dual coil. Not that one. Let me just find some. There is one guitar that is called Small Amp. I like that guitar. That is amazing guitar. Small Amp. If I can find somehow that guitar. Oh, it is here. That is. I like this guitar. I play a lot of this guitar. I even sampled that guitar. I put that in Catch-On event. I put it in Yamaha Genos, in other instruments. So that is one of my favorite guitars ever. Not this one. But I have a couple another. Let me see this one. So Small Amp is definitely my the best guitar, dual coil. I like this guitar as well. So a lot of nice guitars. This one. Latin Lover. So a lot of beautiful guitars, a lot of acoustic. You cannot find better guitars than here. You cannot find. There is a couple of beautiful guitars on Integra 7 as well. Electric guitars, not acoustic. But if I'm looking for acoustic guitars, then you cannot beat guitars that you can find here on Motif. It has the best guitar. If I'm comparing Motif to Montage, it is similar sound. XF, Motif XS. They're similar sounds totally. I have some videos where I compare those instruments. Now we have bass guitars, beautiful bass guitars from several. I like this one. I like finger guitars. They're more useful for me. And fretless guitars. It's a rich sound of guitar. I like fretless guitars from Motif. So there is a lot of instruments. We cannot go through all of them, but we can talk about them. Violin solo. But cello is my favorite sound. The best cello ever. I have that cello, I sampled that cello and I have it everywhere. I have it in my virtual instruments, in my all other keyboards. I never heard any cello sound that I can compare with sound from Motif XS. What I like here when I play those violins or string section or whatever I play from Motif XS, you have control under your finger. When you hold chord and then you play solo of the same instrument, when you can just separate one instrument from that chord and it sounds great. It sounds so natural, like in real orchestra. When you play, you can hear those chords, more instruments, but one is standing out and it blends very well in mix and it sounds beautiful, on natural way. Other instruments, when you press chord, when you try to play solo, you will get some kind of distortion or some kind of interference of the sounds, frequencies. But here in Motif, it sounds so naturally, so nice, beautiful. So that's why it's one more point for Motif workstations, actually for Yamaha workstations or synthesizer, why I choose them and why I put them on first place. For example, I like natural sound, and my music, what I play is they are involved natural sounding instruments. So I don't like aggressive sound. I don't like sound that is polished. Like to me, if I play on Korg workstations, they are, in my opinion, for rock music, excellent. They blend in that kind of sound very well. That's why a lot of rock musicians, they play on Korg. You can see Led Zeppelin, you can see many other bands that are using Korg as an instrument to play that kind of music. It blends very well in that kind of music. But if I want to play music that is involved, there are natural instruments, sounding instruments involved, then I like to play on Yamaha keyboards. And look at they sound amazing. everything is so beautiful in Yamaha instruments, naturally warm. So I really enjoy that sound. That's why I like Yamaha. Roland, I like Roland as well. You can see that in my screen, lower screen with my rack, I have Roland Integra. We'll talk in one video about Roland Integra. It is, to me, like kind of beautiful, polished sound that sounds great, mostly for pop music. It's not so natural to my ear like Yamaha sound. Yamaha sound is more natural. You have to work on that sound if you want to process the sound. But Roland's sound is already processed on nice way, and if you like it, you can take it. If you don't like it, you have to change it. But to me, it is much easier to change Yamaha sound, to put it in some kind of other taste than Roland's sound, because Roland's sound is, as I mentioned already, polished sound, and Yamaha is natural, so you can go in any direction with Roland's sound. From this keyboard, I don't have so much choice to make sound that I like. That is my opinion, you know. I don't know, everybody has his own opinion about that, but that is what I think about those keyboards. What I can hear, what I feel, and I play them for many years, Brass section. Now I will tell you something about brass section and Yamaha keyboards. They sound natural, but in this case I prefer Korg sound of brass section. I can say that Yamaha sound really natural and nice and warm, but in brass section I need more power, more direct sound, more present sound, more something that is cutting very well through the space. So, and Korg is the best in that part to me. It's nice brass section, power section, but in Korg I have that. I can feel that power. I want to feel that power. When brass hits, I want to feel a lot of brass. So there is. It says a lot of brass. It is a lot of brass, but when I play it on Korg, there is really a lot of brass. I can feel it. It hits me with very powerful sound. So Korg. For brass section, Korg is the best, absolutely the best. Saxophones. Very natural, nice. I like Korg saxophones, I like Yamaha saxophones, and I like Roland saxophones. Depends which instrument you find, but all of them are this. All of them are same. I cannot say which one is better or which one I prefer. I prefer when we are talking about saxophones and the clarinet section and those instruments. Okay, when we go to clarinet, yeah, I can find everywhere a lot of nice instruments, but the most instruments that I can find from this section, if we are talking about clarinet, about flutes, about those instruments that are like more wooden instruments, saxophone is it is part of that family, but it is a metal instrument, just that one part is from wood, so that's why it's part of this family. But when we are talking about instrument that is made of wood, I prefer those instruments from Motif. Now those ethnic instruments, a lot of beautiful ethnic instruments, you can find them on this instrument, on Motif XS, but you can find them as well a lot of on Roland Integra. those natural instruments, you will find more of those instruments on Roland or on Yamaha than on Korg. Korg has different kind of approach to music, and you cannot find so much of those instruments. When we are talking about workstations, I'm not talking about arrangers. Arrangers, they have their philosophy of work of music library, so that is same in every keyboard, just it sounds on different way. But now we are talking about workstations and synthesizers. Synth instruments. Yamaha has known synth. Yamaha is known for those sounds. It has beautiful sounds. It has a lot of sounds. The most beautiful sounds in synth world you will find in Yamaha. You will find actually a lot of them in Korg and in Roland. But for folk music in Balkan countries, those sounds, Yamaha sounds, are the most popular from those three workstations. If I am comparing Yamaha to Korg and to Roland, Roland has a lot of beautiful sounds, but Yamaha is the most popular instrument with those sounds. So now let us go to the next section of sounds. Pads. Like strings. Same story like strings. Pads in Yamaha are simple, excellent. Rich, warm, powerful. Everything sounds so beautiful. Natural. You don't need to play too much. Just play accord and let it sound. Slowly change something. You can hear changes, you can hear a lot of happening here under your finger. Warm and big. Look at that frequency separation from lower sound. They don't disturb each other. You can hear all regions of that low frequencies, and you can add high frequency, and you are not losing anything from lower frequencies. That is beauty of Motif of Yamaha workstation. When you play one instrument and when is there involved more sounds, when you play them in different octaves, when you play high, lower sound, and when you are listening to that, you can hear that a good and expensive keyboard. Now, expensive, it doesn't need only money. It doesn't mean only money. It means a quality of the sound. So there is expensive sound. It's a good sound, that is a rich sound, natural sound, beautiful, that you can enjoy. That is something that you can get only in the best instruments. And the high quality instruments, they can produce something like that. cheaper instruments, they cannot do so. You cannot get something like this on cheaper instrument. Look at that. A lot of happening and everything is so clean and nice. A lot of synth, compressed sound, chromatic sound. A lot of ethnic. And when you're listening to this sound, you can see, you can hear a reverb. You can hear space, and the best reverb ever in any instrument that exists, it is in Yamaha workstations. The best reverb that exists in any instrument, any arranger keyboard is Yamaha. Power that we have in Genos is actually because of that reverb. If you just take away reverb from Genos and if you play Genos, all sounds, they sound tiny. But when you get that space involved in sound, you will get rich sounding keyboard, beautiful keyboard. The best, actually, the biggest strength of this Yamaha Genos is effects section and especially reverb. There is no keyboard that has that kind of quality when we are talking about effects and space effect, something that when you have to put your sound inside of space, then the best simulation of space, those effects you will find in Yamaha workstations. That is my opinion, definitely, and that is the biggest strength in quality of the sound of Genos. Try to take away those effects, especially just reverb. Take whole or reverb, put it back, and then play Yamaha Genos sound, and you will see you will get totally different kind of feeling and totally different kind of sound. It is not anymore so spacey, so wide, so nice, so beautiful, natural. It will suddenly become some kind of tiny sound, but it is good bass. When you put it in space, then you will get it. That feeling that it is expensive sound. Okay, now we have drum section. A lot of beautiful drums. Yamaha is known for drums. Yamaha is making one of the best electric drums in the world. So there's no surprise that Yamaha has natural and good drums in an instrument. We have some effects. Yeah, I'm not going through all instruments. I'm mostly talking about this instrument. I am telling you my opinion about this instrument. You can go on another place and you can just listen to those sounds and you can get your opinion. But the best idea is to use that instrument, to buy it or to try it or to rent it. That you can get your opinion, the best opinion when you try that instrument. What is the goal of my video? Why I'm talking about this instrument? Because I am telling you what I feel about this instrument, how I listen to this instrument, what I think about it. And I'm giving you my fiddle. It's okay. It's not my type of that instrument. But this instrument, you cannot find anything that sounds anywhere better. This one is beautiful. Great buzuki. There is a lot of buzuki, but it is very hard to find good buzuki. It is really a lot of buzukis everywhere, but when you are looking for buzuki that you need, that usually you finish with buzuki that you sampled or you found from somebody who sampled that buzuki. I don't know why it's happening like that, but it's like that. But really natural sounds. Really natural sounds. Zorna. Ney is instrument that I really like. But to be honest, the best ney that I ever heard was on Korg PA1. And I made one video. I don't know, I cannot find that video. One of my first video that has tens, thousands of views. That was really the best ney that I ever heard. It was on Korg PA1. The best ney ever. I cannot find any more that Korg. I have to find it and I have to sample that ney that I liked. That is the best, something that I heard from this instrument. Now, beside of this way of looking for instruments and working on instruments in Yamaha, I have another way that I like more than this way. Actually, now Yamaha is as an external VST is connected. I'm using a USB connection, but beside of that I have just regular MIDI connection and I'm using my template. I made this template and I made some extras in this template. In this template now I have option to control some sequences. Let me show it to you. I'll just disconnect this and I will go through sequencer. Just a moment again. I have to go to this part, then I have to go here. Okay, now I am there. I'm going now through my template. I think I disconnect that option with sequencer, so it is here on this part. Arpeggio. I somehow disconnected that option. Let me remove this track. Actually, I don't save it, just to try to open again project. Empty project, add track. Yamaha. Yes. MIDI track. And now I have Yamaha here and I have here. Okay. That is no Yamaha, not Yamaha Genos. Just a moment, I have to go back. Yamaha Motif. Motif, yes. Now I have to go through instruments. I have to engage this. And input is SLMK2. Now let me go to now I'm just as you can see here in this part in my template, you can see I have my user instruments. I added user instruments. I didn't put name because I didn't finish them. I have general MIDI instruments. It is like bonus. I have user drums, and I have general MIDI drums. So I have here, yeah, and I have presets of the instruments. Let me just do something here, just a moment. Okay. I turned off and on my instrument. Waiting. Okay, instrument is here. Now Motif. I have it back. No. Now you can hear, depends of tempo. I will put tempo 100. I have my sequences. So that is bank 7 and 8, where I can use this kind of happening, this arpeggio sounds, sequences. I like to use my template instead of using SI external VST. If I want to use SI external VST, I just have to go here, Rack, external, and I will find Motif Rack here. But I am using here my script template, and that script exists actually in scripts. If you go under more options, MIDI device manager, you can go install device and you can find that script. It is offered by Cubase, Yamaha Motif XS. There is XF, and there is as well XS. I just saw it somewhere, but it does exist. Yeah, there is XS. There is a script, but I have my script. In this original script, you cannot find users. They don't have users. For example, as you can see in my script, you can see users. You can see some things that I added here, and you have place where you can put name of your instrument, user instrument. So that control I have on my script. Let me just see that original script and show it to you how it looks. That script that is offered by Yamaha. Studio, okay, Studio, more options, MIDI device manager, install device, Yamaha Motif XS. I'll say okay. There is here Yamaha Motif XS, not connected. I will connect it to Yamaha. And now I will go just to see the script. Instead of my script, I will choose that script that is made by Yamaha. And look at that script, how it looks. There is script that is made by Yamaha. And what is that? And that is what we have in that script. That is how it looks. But that is script that I made. I'll show it to you. And that script here, it has user instruments, my user drums, preset drums. Those are regular preset factory drums. Those are my user drums that I have. Look at. I made them. I made a drum mapping that I like to have, and then I put those drums here. in user drums here, and there is power standard, but with my mapping, not with mapping that we have originally in preset drums. There is as well power standard, but that is like default mapping, and this is my mapping here. So that is why I like to use this, because this is extra that I have here compared to external VST. But I like to use external VST as well, because I have another options where I can find there if I'm working with external VST, Motif Rack. Then, so that is about Motif Rack XS in this video, my story and my opinion about Motif Rack XS. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you in my next video.